Hi there, Julia, Jeepin' with Julia and PVD Julia this year. So I'm starting UPS on Tuesday at 9:45. The manager from the hub texted me and is having us all come. I'm sure I'm not the only one, is having us all come out to the hub for orientation. They will give us our devices and they will give us all of our logins because you have a hub number. You have your employee number, which I believe mine is the same as last year. And then they will give a quick, safety, how to adjust your mirrors, all that kind of stuff. I never got an online orientation that I did last year, so not sure if that's because I'm a rehire or not. But anyways, they'll go over how to load your vehicle or any questions you might have, and then they will send you on your way. So be ready. Have the right clothing on. I wear 5'11" cargo pants and a t-shirt. You want to wear layers because even though I'm cold right now, it's cold here. So if I sound a little congested, it's just because I'm cold. But I do have my metal cloak sweatshirt on. So wear layers because you will get hot. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to take my flannel off and my sweatshirt off and wear layers. It's helpful with the job, even when it gets even colder than it is right now. You are in and out and you are walking a lot. So I'm excited to get started. I believe I have the same driver I did last year. So I went on to Google just to familiarize myself with the neighborhood that I was at last year. So all the streets were sounding familiar, and it's like, okay, because once I was on that route for about a week, once you do it steady, that's what's nice. If they don't move you around, you get quick. You know where the streets are, you know which houses are close together, and how you can best not overdo your vehicle. It is your vehicle after all, so I try to save, like the starter. If I can park in one spot and get 2 or 3 houses from one spot, I will do that. So I don't have to stop and start my vehicle in front of each house. So let me show you what I do to get my vehicle ready for PVD. Okay, obviously the first thing I do is put my seats down. So I have a nice big wide open space. This Jeep has a lot of room because it's square. That trash can there will go away. I will pop that in the front somewhere so I don't take up that space. And then cover your seats with a sheet. You don't want to the packages are filthy. So you want to protect your seats as much as you can. And I also advise, if you can get a cart like this, it works great for especially in areas like apartments or condos where you're taking, which I hope I don't get this year, which you're taking, several packages to one location. You can load them up on the cart and you don't have to go back and forth to your vehicle. The reason I'm showing this is where I park it. I park it on the side. I just put this towel here to protect the plastic from behind it. And then I take a bungee cord, wrap it around the roll bar, and it just lives there and it's nice and flat. When you load your vehicle, you load them by PAL stickers. And PAL stickers are on every package you get from this is a FedEx one because that's the only thing I had. For UPS, it'll have a 4-digit code on it. Usually for PVDs, at least in my area, they start with 7,000 and they usually go through 8,000s. So I start with my 7,000s behind my driver's seat, and I just make a horseshoe shape all the way around, and my highest numbers are behind the passenger seat. The key to being efficient is knowing where the packages are. If you're hunting and trying to go through packages, it will take you twice as long. And obviously anything really bulky or large or really heavy will have to go at the easiest place it is for you to get it out. For me, it's this back area here. So if last year I had a 50-pound bread maker, obviously that was going to sit right here on the end. So anything big and bulky or heavy will need to go where you can access it. My side doors are not super wide, so I can't put something too big through here because it just won't fit. So, and then they'll be stacked too. It's not just going to be one layer. I stack it full. And another thing you always want to make sure you do is have a Sharpie. They will usually give you Sharpie, Post-it notes. You'll get your call tags, all that stuff. You want to have your PAL stickers facing out, so where you can see them. You don't want to have to be turning packages over to find it. So make sure when you stack, all the PAL stickers are facing out, and have a Sharpie with you. If you can't move, like if sometimes a package is best if it's this way, not this way. So if the PAL sticker for whatever reason can't be moved, then you just use your Sharpie to write the PAL sticker on the side of the box that you can see. That's a huge time saver. And then in my front seat, I just find a container, and this box we got works great. You don't want it too high because then you can't dig into it, and you don't want it too low because then they'll flop out. So I put all my padded envelopes and small bags in here. And again, I put them PAL stickers lowest to highest, and then I can sort through them. And you just start after a while to keep mental notes of where things are in your head. And down on my floorboard, I keep a little cooler with my sandwich and stuff in it, my waters. And I keep some hand wipes there, so because your hands get filthy. So I think that's mostly the tips I have. Keep your car clean. What you don't want to is you don't want things getting stuck, and going down there and losing a piece. And I also take my spare tire off. It's a lot of opening and closing of the tailgate, and I don't want to ruin my tailgate. So I take my spare tire off. The likelihood of me getting a flat is way small. And if I do, well, then I'll just call my husband and he'll come down with my tire. So I had it on like the first couple of days last year, and I was like, no way, I'm going to have to get new hinges on my Jeep if I keep that on there. So having a cart, paying attention to your PAL stickers and how they are in your vehicle, make sure they're all facing out. I didn't have these last year, but I bought these and I like them just for normal stuff. I don't know if I'll put the envelopes in there, because if you've got this full, it's going to be hard to reach in there and grab a package. But, and then this is my cup. I just use a solo cup to keep pens and papers and whatnot. Wear cargo pants. You'll want to wear cargo pants and layers. I think I already said that. But you'll want to keep the call tags on you. You don't want to have to go back to your vehicle and get them once someone isn't home and it's a signature required. You don't want to have to run back to your vehicle, put the call tag on, and go back again. You've gone 4 times for something that should have been twice. So I always keep the stickers in my cargo pants. And you also want to be able to put your device in there, because sometimes boxes are big or you need both hands and you can't hold your device. You don't want to drop it. So it's a good idea to have pants with lots of pockets and that are loose. You're going to be bending, stooping. This is not the place for skinny jeans. So that's the other advice I can give, is be comfortable, but look professional. Don't wear ratty clothes. They don't want that. You are working for UPS, wear your vest, and you want neighbors to know that you aren't just somebody casing the neighborhood in your unmarked vehicle, that you are a UPS employee, so you definitely want to wear your vest. Hopefully I won't get an XL this year. Last year that was all they had left, and I had to safety pin it to my shoulders because it kept falling off. So hopefully I'll get, like a medium this year, because they're basically made for men, and they're oversized because they know you're going to be wearing them over clothes. My voice is trembling a little bit because it's cold. So I think that's it. That's all I have for today. I'm excited to get started, and that's how I get my vehicle ready for UPS PVD. And I'll let you know on Tuesday how my first day goes.